Hey guys, Flippin' Landlord Ninja here with two guys' take on real estate. So I'm here in Willington, Connecticut, and I'm actually at a property that we are renovating. And there's an issue that came up early on, and it's kind of stalled our sale. And so now we're actually correcting it. And it's something that's kind of a big issue in Connecticut and also in southern Massachusetts. So I wanted to kind of talk about it real quick and kind of show you the project. So one of the issues is basically there was some bad pour of concrete out of a company that is now bankrupt, and it's affected over 34,000 homes in Connecticut, and I'm not sure how many homes in Massachusetts, but it's quite a few. And the big issue basically is that there was too much pyrrhotite in the actual mix, and when that reacts with water over time, the chemical reaction actually creates cracking and crumbling of the foundation. Sometimes it's just a small crack, depending on how much is in there. Sometimes it's a horrible crack. So this is a big issue, and insurance companies haven't really wanted to touch it. And so it's something that as an investor, you really need to be mindful, because all of a sudden you could have this massive expense where you actually have to completely remove the whole foundation and put a brand new, poured foundation or a concrete block or whatever it might be. And that can cost you, $40, $50, $100,000. And that could that's it. That project blown out of water, the budget. So it's something to really be mindful of when you're looking at projects, and you just got to kind of really, check the foundation, see if there's any issues with it. You might be able to see if there's been any reports done by an engineer that can tell you. But I'm actually here in one that we bought, and even though we actually had an engineer that looked at it, said that it's already past its half-life, that means, it's not going to get worse. We actually sealed the outside, tarred it, and re-supported it. But unfortunately, because it wasn't completely replaced, the banks were fine with lending on it, but most home buyers were scared and not fully understanding that, hey, there is no problem here. Here's our report from an engineer. It will never get worse. You're fine. You're good. They still wanted to see that it's replaced. So what we are here, luckily it's not a full foundation. So here we go. Just showing you the house. So right now we supported the house out here. We completely removed the foundation, also the steps and multiple other things. And we're going back with some concrete block. It looks like we also have a broken window. So the contractor unfortunately broke a window, but that's kind of par for the course when you're jacking a whole house up. So you're going to have some shifting and some issues. But yeah, so basically now we're going to, we supported it, we pulled out all the foundation back from the house, and we're basically going to start putting all new block down. Now we didn't actually, because it's not a full foundation, you can see there's block over here. It was only poured pretty much about maybe 30%, 25% of the actual foundation was the actual pour. So we're actually good. One thing, inspector did talk about was if it was, because there has been some funding for homeowners. Unfortunately, we did not qualify. But if you do actually use funding, you are required to remove all concrete, the complete concrete. And that's why you see these houses where they're completely up on blocks, all the foundation, the pad, everything's gone, and they're starting fresh. But that's required, even though there's no signs of any cracking on the pad or something like that. As you're using the funding, they want all the concrete removed. So luckily, we're not required to do that, so that saves us in costs. But still, we're looking at a $40,000 job. This wasn't expected. This wasn't understood. And honestly, we bought this at a foreclosure auction, so we didn't get in. And there's actually a long road, so we weren't allowed down to the property. These are one of those risk factors in Mass and Connecticut, especially, that you need to be mindful of and kind of budget for, just like a septic system. You're not going to be able to test your septic. You're not going to be able to, know this. So you've got to kind of, when you're running your numbers, especially at foreclosures, when you're not getting to see these, you need to be extra careful on your numbers so that you don't run into big issues that can literally lose on a property. Luckily, this one we got, at a good price. So even though this is, not expected, we're still going to be okay. Not make as much profit, but we should still at least, you know, make a small profit. But yeah, so that's this. So I hope this was helpful. If you did, please hit the subscribe button. We're really trying to get to 100 subscribers soon, and ideally 1,000 and more. And then if this was also helpful, hit the like button and share it and let everyone know about this so that no one else has this issue. So thank you so much. Have a great day.